Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the FrostBytez gaming experience. Let us continue on from where we left off last time in Jade Empire. So basically, we took care of a bunch of pirates, found out that there might be a little bit more story to our master than what we currently know, which isn't really much considering the fact that we are actually just starting with the game. But we're going to go ahead and go right past and go to this lion statue again, because I remember exactly what it is that we're supposed to be doing with it. So, you first approach the lion, and we're going to approach the altar, and then a color is going to form in the hat. And you're just going to match it up with one of the figurines of the exact same color. So, got the blue, we got the blue, get the red, we're going to use the red, get the yellow, we're going to use the yellow. Dispenses a silver coin, an unfamiliar voice begins to emanate from the lion.
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion.
And that's about all we get out of that, and we get the figures and we step away. I'm not exactly sure if it was in one of the tech scrolls or not, but I believe that there is like a means to find out ahead of time of what you're supposed to do with it. And if not, just a little bit of exploration should give you an idea. So if we go behind the little house deal here, you notice that there's a little bit of an altar here that also has what looks like a bit of a lion's face. So let's see what we got here. Grave appears to be dedicated to the old master, a former instructor of the school. It is a humble tribute, not even bearing his name. Small bowl sits beneath the stylized image of the lion, ready to accept offerings of silver to speed the spirit of the departed to his rest. So let's go ahead and place a silver coin in the bowl, the same one that we got. Now, I'm not sure if you have to get the silver coin from the lion in order to activate this, or if any silver coin works, but we might as well go ahead and do it. Coin dispenses disappears through the thin slot at the bottom of the bowl. There is an audible clicking sound. Lion image detaches from the gravestone. It appears to have a little value with it. So we have the lion head token. Now with that, we're going to go ahead and head back to the lion statue. We got the lion token. We might as well take it to the lion statue itself. It only makes sense, right? Once again, you know, the most obvious path only pays the wage of a cook. However, if we take the less obvious path, we can then get the paid wage of a champion, supposedly. So let's go ahead and approach the altar once again. But this time, instead, we're going to place the token onto it. And it changes up. So now we got ourselves green. So we're going to do a blue, which nothing happens, but then add yellow to make green. And it changes color. So now it's orange. So now we're going to have to remove the blue. Nothing happens. And add the red. There we go. And now we got purple. So let's get rid of the yellow. Add the blue. Statue erupts in a loud burst of energy. Clearly, you have done something monumentous. You feel different.
You will see the interconnectedness of all things. Even that which is humble can be the key to greater things.
That's the voice of Saren, now that I think about it, in Mass Effect. I knew it sounded very familiar. You're finished with the statue, and you leave the figurines on the altar. So we lose the token and the 3 lion heads, but we get the gaze of the lion. And if we go out of our way to look at our character record and look at our techniques, techniques are basically just things that you get throughout the game that give you a boost in your abilities. So with the gaze of the lion technique, we have +2 in health and +2 in focus. A masterful hunter, the lion must always be aware of the totality of its domain and be ready to protect it. You feel a kinship with the mighty predator after solving the riddle left by the old master of 2 rivers. So basically, you find these techniques throughout the game, and they're just like little boosts. So again, you get 2 health and you get 2 focus. So that's very nice to have for us. And that's it. So, and it's the base stats. So it's not like body goes up from 6 to 8 and mine goes from 4 to 6. Instead, you just get a +2 in each. So we have an extra 2 health and extra 2 focus. And after a while, it does build up because there's actually a lot of them that we can get, but we will take care of that later. If we look onto the map, and, you know, we can see it on the mini map as well, but we can also see it, you know, when we look at Master Lee, is that you see yourself with a yellow flag. And the yellow flag, if we go onto the legend, showcases that it's a plot giver. It gives us plot. That's basically all there is to it. Points of interest, obviously, just areas that you can go to. There might be something there that you can utilize something with. Base camp, we'll get into that later. Shrine, the mind, spirit, and body shrines that'll basically heal you fully, and so on and so forth from there. And again, even if not, it just gives you the big yellow, hey, talk to this person arrow. But before then, we remember that there was a Kia Min that we need to go chat with because she took a bit of a blow with the pirates attacked.
Gao claims that he dealt with hordes of bandits, but everyone else agrees that you turned aside their main attack.
Thank you.
It is good that you were here. My foolish lack of attention forced Master Lee to
And palm on head counter.
and left me with a wound that will take a few weeks to heal. Master Lee assures me I will heal in time. It's a shame, as Smiling Mountain was teasing me just yesterday with some special prize.
What sort of prize?
Smiling Mountain trains students in group combat, and just yesterday I managed to break your record for the number of opponents faced at once.
Well then, good for you.
He teased me by saying if I could go one higher, he might have a prize for me. I suppose he might make the same offer to you if you're up to it.
I totally am. Let's get ourselves a special
If I win
prize.
this fight, he could likely round
The
up
special prize is
opponents
basically
to
another
run a new
technique.
record, but I can't face anyone with this wound. Unless you can speed up time, I'm not sure there's much that can be done. Master Lee has already tended to it.
So basically, this side quest is that, we want to beat the record to get the technique, and we got to help her out with it.
Know for sure. He's quite interested in herbs.
Alrighty,
I think so.
So basically, this is one of our little first tests of the closed fist and open palm. So I stated earlier, open palm is like the Paragon route, and closed fist is the Renegade route.
You happen to have time and be passing by the beach.
And this is like one of the first ordeals to go into that, basically.
If I'm lucky, he might know of an herb. And if heaven smiles upon me, he'll know where to find some. If you have to buy anything, let me know what it costs and I'll pay you back happily. It would be worth it to get back to training. Take care. Oh, and if you happen to find anything that might help this wound after you talk to Old Ming, let me know.
So if at this point you don't really know too much about the open palm and closed fist, you can talk to Smiling Mountain about it. He gives you a whole entire breakdown of it. But again, it's basically Paragon and Renegade. If the open palm, you're a good person. Closed fist, you're a bad person. I'm going to be going the way of the open palm because generally I like to be a good person in video games whenever I can. And usually it's my second run through that I go my way to essentially be a dick. But we need to go talk to, I believe they said his name was Old Ming, and he's the old person that was speaking in Old Tongue, a lot of olds right there, down over at the beach. So we are going to actually go all the way over and chit-chat with him, see if there is something out there that we can utilize in order to help speed up her recovery process. And you guys will see what I mean about it being a closed fist open palm ordeal. Well, here's another villager, and he's talking to us, so we should talk to him. Okay, why are you nervous? Why is my mouse like right there? Right there, I said. Alrighty, anything we can do to help? He looks a little bit nervous. He seems like a nice gentleman. Okay. Okay, so basically he's a traitor, and yeah, why is he so nervous? So Gao the Greater. So we already know about Gao the Lesser, and not exactly a stand-up citizen, and now we're dealing with his father here, and apparently this guy owes him some money. No more than the price of a small pig, but he takes his debts very seriously. Okay. What happened? So basically, if he doesn't pay the 20 silver, he's done for. So let me just give him 20 silver. That's basically nothingness in this game. This is where we get our first look at charm, intimidation, and intuition. So much like in the Mass Effect games and other RPG style games, Fallout, like Bethesda style games, Skyrim, your stat line will determine how good you are at charm, intimidation, intuition. Because this is one of the earlier games, it doesn't really give any idea on how well it's going to work one way or the other. And because of the first guy that we talk with on it, either one of them, I believe, works. No matter which one it is that you pick, you should have enough. I think you just need 1 point in either charm, intimidation, or intuition, which we already have, and I'll get to that in a bit. But let's go ahead and just go with the charm.
That will make his life a lot easier.
Now, if you hear that sound in the background, that's the sound of me getting open palm points. So basically, once you do a good deed or a bad deed, you're either going to get a blue open palm like halo around or a red one. And that'll basically showcase through your character of the upward open palm or the downward closed fist. And I think the area changes around it. You look more holy if you're good, or you look, more intimidating when you're bad. So when we look at statistics, that is wrong, not techniques, but skills. All right, so conversation skills. So you have charm, intuition, and intimidation. As you can see, I've got 5 points in charm, 5 in intuition, and 6 in intimidation. And as you can see, the body, mind, and spirit body all on the side. So basically, your average of the two corresponds with whatever it is your conversation skill is. So because we've got 6 body and 4 mind, that gives us, an average of 5. So our charm is going to be 5, so on and so forth. So basically, you want to keep track of whichever one of these 3 you have the highest number in. And for me, it's probably going to be, because I usually like to max out my body and spirit, because health, obviously. I use weapons every now and then, but not too much to really care too much on focus. And I don't use the focus mode all that much, really. So I put a lot of my level up skills into body for health, and then spirit for magical attacks later on. But because spirit also does regenerate health, so for me, intimidation is pretty much going to be the route that I'm going to be looking to go down more than anything. So I'm going to be a very intimidating, nice person. That's just the way it's going to go. You can utilize anyone that you wish, but again, always pay attention to your number sets just to make sure that you are picking the one that you are strongest in. All right, so one of those students is wounded. Jeez, this guy's a jerk. Red silk grass clippings, huh? Merchant Fendo should have some. Don't let him talk into clippings of bearded tongue grass. What's the difference? So one of them basically is going to bind the wound and make it so she can get back into her practices, whereas the other one will make you feel like you are, but all it's doing, it's basically like a painkiller. It's hiding the fact that you are in pain, but that's really about it. It's actually not going to be healing anything. So you feel like you're better, but you're really not better. You're just tricking yourself that you are better. You can ask him where Fendo is, but we already kind of know where he is. And once again, if you ever need to keep up with what's going on, you can take a look at all of the quests. There's a filter for them where you can look at all of your completed quests, all your active quests, the main story quests, and the side quests. So it's relatively good for keeping an eye on everything that you got going on. Dialogue, literally, you can just look at anything for that. Plot items. We still have ourselves the martial styles because it's just good to have, I guess, and that's really about it. But if we were taking a look at it earlier, you would have seen the 3 colored lion statues from the last sub quest deal that we did. But here's Fendo. Let's have a little chit chat with him.
Will think twice before threatening a town protected by the likes of Master Li. They were fools to even come here.
That's a really big necklace.
The only shame is that their ship sunk. Think what we could have done with their plunder. Well, that's another opportunity lost. In this town, it's vital for a businessman to keep tabs on anyone with 2 coins to rub together. Things haven't been this slow since the long drought. That master of yours keeps things ludicrously stable while merchants thrive on strife. During the long drought, prices rocketed into the sky like fireworks.
You don't say. Alrighty, no tribute fund stability. Let's talk about what you can do for me.
We don't need to waste time on my gripes when there's silver to be spent.
And we have only got so much time to do this Let's Play. I mean, we have all the time in the world, really, but we don't want to be wasting too much time. Basically, if you want to learn more about like the history of this game, just play it yourself. You know, I'm just kind of giving you guys the quick rundown, and you can do all the dialogue things later. But we are looking to get some the red grass clippings.
The opportunity to make vast sums of... No, to make a difference, that's it. Anyway, I've checked my stocks, and I only have enough ingredients to make 1 dose of the salve for a poultice. I'm not sure how much good it will do by itself. Might take a bit of the sting away.
So we need the red silkgrass.
Now that's thinking, isn't it? Yes, I suppose red silkgrass might be just the thing for a wound. I could add it to the poultice. Expensive stuff, that. Very pricey. Hard to acquire, too. Would certainly help her wound, but I know something just as good.
And he's going to be offering the bearded
Get her some
tongue.
bearded tongue grass, and she'll feel better. It won't hasten the healing any, so she'll have to take it easy, but it will deaden the pain.
So this is one of our options. We can choose the open palm of just straight up taking the red silkgrass, no matter what it is, how much it costs. Or, you know, we can trick her into thinking that she's better, you know, make her fight. She'll get extra wounded. We'll still get everything all the same, but we also get some intimidation points, and we save ourselves some money. We're the nice guy. We want to make sure they're doing good. Now, what's really interesting about this guy is that the merchant is trying to convince us to pay him for the cheaper option rather than us paying for him for the more expensive option. You would think a merchant would want us to buy the most expensive thing possible, and he's trying to make us pay less money for the less cure, basically. It's very interesting to think about. But an easy 50 silver.
Prepare the poultice. It won't take a moment.
I always found that very interesting, how, you know, he's trying to talk us out of buying the more expensive item off of him and buying the cheaper item off of him. Unless it's really that much of a pain for him to get the red silk grass, which I guess, but again, if someone's willing to pay the top dollar for it, let them pay the top dollar for it. That's the way a merchant usually thinks anyways.
You'd think the recent attack would...
I did not mean to do that. Oh, stop. Goodbye for now. There we go. All right, so now we got it. And now if we take a look into our journal and we look at the plot items, please. There we go. We got the red silk grass. So let us go ahead and take care of that for now. I just want to double check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we did take care of Gao's drunken friends. And let us move forward. Alrighty. But yeah, when it comes to like the open palm and closed fist, I think it kind of helps with some of the dialogue options, and I believe you can get certain items or certain techniques based on if you're open palm or closed fist. There's one of them in the PC version only that we were doing that there are 2 techniques, and the stronger one is of the closed fist. So you have to basically be a dick in order to get the stronger, what's considered the strongest tank in the game, the Viper. Because I've only played the Xbox version, I've never utilized the Viper, or I can't remember what the name of the other one is. We'll find out a little bit later in the playthrough, not too much. And we're going to tell her there's no need to repay, you know, and that's going to give us even more open palm points. And as you can see, the nice little glow in the back of our head, there we go.
If you're interested in trying to set a new record for Smiling Mountain's special...
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and talk with Smiling Mountain, because we actually do in fact want to do that. Because we want to see what this special prize is.
In the village. Many people are impressed, but I expected no less. Your skill is a match for any rough bandit.
Very interesting bandits at that.
Anything you need? Perhaps a training session with some of the students. It would do them good.
We actually want to challenge. Let's see here.
Yes, and the students are... And now that Kia Min is feeling better...
Yes, let's challenge the record.
That she is feeling well, and her wound seems to be already... If you win this match, then I will have a special reward for you. Good fortunes.
Alrighty. So let's see what we can get here, and it's just me. Ooh, a little bit of slowdown there, but I think we're good. Oh, get that one hit in. There we go. Let's actually aim for him. Now, one thing that you can do is that if you do hit the left analog stick, you can actually go into free range mode, which means that you can hit anybody in whatever order you want to. The problem is that the lock-on is miles better. I'm getting in a really bad corner there, so let's go ahead and heal really quick. Now, you're going to see me do that a lot accidentally, because whenever I go out of my way to utilize the left bumper, for whatever reason, it causes me to press down more onto... It causes me to press down more on the analog stick, causing me to click it and go into free range mode. But yeah, you can get cornered very easily and get hit with a really big combo. And if you don't time the dodge roll properly in between attacks, you can lose a good chunk of health like I just did there.
Is there anything else you wish at the moment?
There actually is. So we just got one of the techniques, and we can actually look to buy some more. So let's see what we can get some additional training.
Yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities.
Okay.
The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger or better able to focus your mind or magic.
Alright, so we can ask him about anything, but really let's just see what he has. So we have the Body of Iron, 3 health, -1 chi, Heart of Gold, 3 chi, -1 focus, or the Mind of Steel, 3 focus and 1 health gone. Let's increase our health for now. Well, actually, let's increase our chi, because, again, we don't really use focus all that much. I don't think there's anything for us to sell right now. And we want to hold on to 200 silver for a specific reason. But we are going to get into that reason a little bit later, because we are going to call it a part right there, ladies and gentlemen. So I do hope that you enjoy the rest of your evenings, and I will catch you guys in the next part. Before that, the Alloyed Body, 5 health, 5 focus, really good for us. Nice. Enjoy your evenings. Catch you guys in the next part.